Hello, BNI New Zealand. This is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder and chairman of BNI. Congratulations on your event today. I really appreciate this kind of activity within the organization. Before I say anything, I have some questions that Rusty Brook sent to me that I'm going to answer. But before I do, I have something here to show you. Ready? Yes, congratulations on your big basketball championship. Well done. Hey, listen, I appreciate having this opportunity to talk to you today, and especially with this purpose of this event, the fundraiser for the earthquake in New Zealand. From Southern California, I recognize how devastating this can be. I remember more than a decade ago, the big Northridge earthquake that took place in Southern California. And I remember the impact that it had on members and chapters. I remember going to a meeting one morning, and people showed up, and the night before, the restaurant had been closed down by the county for being unsafe, but none of the members knew it. And I remember being part of a BNI meeting that was held in the parking lot with people standing in a big circle and talking and sharing and passing referrals. And so I really understand a little bit of what you're going through in New Zealand. I empathize with it and have experienced it. And I'm so proud of you there for the work that you're doing to try and support survivors and victims of the earthquake. Well, Rusty asked me a few questions, and I want to see if I can answer those for you. The first one was a little bit about the founding philosophy of BNI, Givers Gain. How did that come about? Well, the idea came about over a period of about a year or so. When we first started BNI, we had a very cumbersome way of talking about this idea of Givers Gain. We basically promised each other that we would refer one another. And it really evolved over a period of time to those two simple words, Givers Gain. And that happened within the first year of the organization. Givers Gain. That if I give business to you, you'll give business to me, and we'll all do better as a result of it. And it is really a core philosophy of this organization. It's one of the things that has set BNI aside from other networking groups. We understand that networking is more about farming than it is about hunting, that it's about cultivating relationships with other business professionals. And that's where the idea came from. And the chapters who really understand and practice that philosophy do well. And any networking organization that practices that kind of philosophy is going to do well. So the second question that Rusty asked me was, when BNI formed back in 1985, did I have any vision of this juggernaut that exists today? And I'd be lying to you to say, yes, I saw this in the works. It took a little while. I put BNI together because I needed some referrals for my consulting practice, and I had friends that needed referrals, and we all got together to help each other, to support each other. And someone came who couldn't join at the first meeting. She could not join. And she asked if I'd help open up a second group, and I did. And at that second group, there were two people who couldn't join because of a conflict, and they asked if I'd help open a third and fourth, and I did. And at those two groups, there were three people who came who couldn't join. And so at the end of a year, I ended up opening 20 groups by accident. What I discovered is that we're not teaching this at colleges and universities anywhere in the world. We're not teaching people how to build their business through referrals. And so it was really at that point, about a year into it, that I started to get this vision of what BNI could be and how it could help business people all around the world. We now have over 5,900 groups in 47 countries around the world. 47 countries. Last year, the organization passed over 6.5 million referrals, and we did over 2.8 billion US dollars worth of business for our members all around the world. Now, just so you know, 2.8 billion is the same as the gross domestic product for the country of Liechtenstein. Okay, it's a small country, I know, but still. How cool is that we as a business organization could generate as much business for our members as a small nation in the world? Okay, so I'm looking for a bigger country next year, but I still think that's impressive. And it's impressive because it helps so many business people build their business, particularly in these tough economic times. The last question that Rusty asked me was, what was one of the biggest referrals that I've seen? And I've seen many, and I've seen a lot that were in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But one of the biggest referrals that I've ever seen was actually in Australia. I saw somebody who came to a Malaysian conference a few years ago, and this particular BNI member in Australia got a referral that he said was worth over 1 million Australian dollars, more than $1 million off of this one referral. So there are many referrals taking place all around the world, literally billions of dollars being generated with BNI members all around the world. Well, listen, I want to wish you the best of luck with your event tonight. It is a noble and important thing that you are doing. I want you to know that the BNI International Foundation agrees, and we have contributed $14,000, some from members, much of it from BNI, $14,000 to the New Zealand Red Cross for this earthquake. And I know that your national director there, Graham Southwell, is continuing to support the program. It's been a tough year around the world. We've also supported Japan and their earthquake. And I appreciate, Rusty, you asked about the states here in the South with all of the tornadoes. Billions, literally billions of dollars worth of damage with that, and the BNI International Foundation is supporting that. So we're doing our best to help, but it's really the kind of activities that you're doing right there, right now, that make a difference. And I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. You know, different people, different places, different races, different religions, different countries, different cultures. We all speak the language of referrals. We all do business with people that we know and trust. And that's what BNI is all about, is working with people that we know and that we trust. BNI is not only a great way to get business, it's an even better way to do business. Thanks again for your event tonight, and thanks for having me speak. This is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder and chairman of BNI. Thanks for watching.